Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps number 26, Robert Venditti writing, Rafa Sandoval on art. You two read this, so by all means,
Mhm.
Connor, what was this about? What happened?
So we begin with a vision that Graf has, and it's said about old Genesis and reverberations echo throughout the multiverse, and then it says metal awakes,
Yeah.
and it has these big, imposing figures, bright
Like these big
colors.
old golems of light, it looks like.
Yeah, they're like black, but then have these colorful lights that kind of give them form that you can
Think
kind of
think
make it.
Tron. Yeah.
Yeah.
Think
Now,
Tron.
first question. This
Mhm.
whole first page is just talking about metal. Like the very first
Yeah.
bit is talking about metal rings against metal.
Hmm.
Do we think this is relevant
Metal
to
is.
metal?
That's all this. I hope not, because I like Venditti needs to just stay in his lane. He was doing fine. Like this issue was troublesome for me because of that. It was stuff I didn't like, and just leave metal to those. Like I get that we have to get to the point where Hal Jordan comes to Earth to kick all that off, but maybe necessarily we don't need it in this book. You know?
See, I liked a lot of this issue. Now, the Hal and Kyle stuff, because they're partnered up and they're off doing their stuff. Their interactions are probably the weakest part of the issue for me.
Mhm.
Again, Venditti, it's those two that he seems to struggle with most out of all of the core. The stuff with John and Guy and Selleck is all really quite strong, I think.
Mhm. Yeah.
Which
Yeah, he
the
has a handle on those characters.
right, there's not a lot of it. It's just a guy being Guy going, "Hey, you should probably send me out to do something because I'm cool."
I'm getting restless. Like,
Pretty much, he's like, "I want to do something,"
yeah.
and John's been like, "No, you wait till you get you a new partner, someone who can keep you without
Keep
getting
in check.
distracted."
Yeah.
And they have some nice moments. Guy saying, he respects him, best friends. Like, it's like I get why you're the leader, and it's nice.
See, it's good when they're not all struggling to be the leader. It's like they've all just accepted John. Like Hal knows that he can't. Guy knows that he can't. Kyle doesn't want it. You
Right.
know?
It's probably the best part of this run so far, I think, is that
Mhm.
there isn't this struggle between the Earth Lanterns. They're kind of all pretty much in
Right.
sync,
Mhm.
which is rare and nice to see. But basically, there's some sort of gravitational disruption going on. So they send Hal and Kyle out to go and investigate, and they get there, and the whole thing's been decimated. The entire system's it's just rubble everywhere.
Yep.
And then you start hearing the pings,
Hmm.
and obviously Hal immediately knows what it is. He gets a big machine gun ready, and then what is probably my favorite page in this is this double page spread of the boom tube opening, and it is gorgeous. Where it has a big massive boom across pretty like 3/4 of the page, and Orion blasting out of it, and it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
And then they have a bit of catch up. When did they have this meeting that they're talking about? Oh, we ended up as friends.
God
is this-
Watch. It's when I stopped reading in the New 52.
Yeah, I think I don't recall
Because-
it that well.
I didn't like Venditti trying to make Hal the leader and then everybody turning against him because he was the leader. And then I had read through the relic stuff and the source wall, and I was like, oh, I know where this is going, and I don't care.
I think I
So-
must have stopped at the same bit then, because I
Yeah.
remember the relic stuff, but I don't really remember this. I'm like, okay, this must have happened at some point.
Hmm.
Basically, Orion's here looking for help. He's like, yeah, shit's going down. We could do with the White Lantern especially because he'd be useful.
Yep.
And
I was just like, my bad.
Yeah.
I don't know if I broke it, and I don't know how, but we'll figure it out.
he actually says, "My bad."
Yeah.
That's not Matt paraphrasing and being
No.
Matt. That's Kyle's dialogue.
And then the interesting thing, too, is Omega Beams come and hit Orion just
Yeah.
as he's basically going to tell them what they're up against.
Yeah,
And so they have to get him back to
they go to Selleck's
Mogo.
planet, don't they?
Well,
because
yeah,
Mogo's
so-
not close enough.
Exactly. So they can't get to Mogo, so they take him to Salix, which is cool because I like that everybody on that planet's Salix. Like
They are.
they all
yeah.
have the same attitude about life. They're all.
Yeah.
It looks like it's very structured.
Yeah, because the doctor comes out. They got this little robot with them, and they're like, "Oh, are you sure this is enough? Should not be a hospital." And the doc's like, "No, this is more than adequate. I know. I invented it. Now,
Yeah.
shut up." They basically do what is essentially just a defibrillator on him, and bring him back. And Orion's pissed off because he's like, "Yeah, you do realize those Omega beams are chasing me, so now I'm in a city. This is not good." So I like that he's showing some care.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's literally his first thought on being resuscitated. He's like, "What? Why am I here? What have you done? You've put everyone in danger." And then one of those big metal creatures, the golems, comes through a boom tube, and
it's red and it matches the Omega. So I'm wondering, do you think that they've got the Omega sanction like Darkseid? That these are some old powered? Yeah, I'm just like.
But then the ones that we saw at the start, I think one of them was red in the vision.
Yeah.
One of them was red, but not all of them.
No, because you have red, and that's the one that looks like it destroyed that sector, because you can see it with Orion. He's in that image, and then the like the monk lantern. What did you say his name was?
Graph.
I never remember. Graph. He says that how he's too late, and he's seeing it in his eyes. So he's watching this battle. But yeah, the colors you have I think I'm trying to get back to that page.
Red, yellow, purple, and
blue. So, which are all core that we're pretty familiar with. So I don't think that they're necessarily
I don't know
powered
if
by those emotions.
I don't know if they correlate to that. I mean,
but why else would they be in a Lantern's book?
Right, that's the question.
Those are very specific colors, and that's what frustrates me. I'm just like, why are you mixing those with the New Gods?
Yeah, but I guess we'll have to wait and see on that one if that's what it actually is. If it is that is a little bit disappointing. So I kind of hope it's not.
Yeah,
but it could be, especially with Orion actively seeking them out.
Yep.
But I don't know. I'm intrigued to see if this does tie into metal in some way, because it seems a bit on the nose to be talking about metal so much, and the next is even heavy metal.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if this is him trying to tie it in.
Well, issue, look, I think it's 30 or 32 is definitely a tie-in to metal, so it wouldn't surprise me if this is planting seeds for whatever that's going to do.
Yeah.
I really like the art in this issue, though, especially the every time the boom tubes go off. I think it looks fantastic.
It says boom in the panels.
Looks great. But, I mean, I had fun. I'm still not sure on Hal and Kyle, but the less of them, the better.
I want to see how Guy and Orion would play off of each other.
Oh, that could be fun.
Could be fun.
Yeah.
That could be real fun.